House Fix with Rick.
Welcome to another House Fix with Rick. Today, a common problem around the home: low flow rate from one of your faucets. Whether it's a kitchen faucet, in this case it's a kitchen faucet, or a bathroom faucet, vanity faucet, you're not getting the volume of water you want through that faucet. In this case, we were getting a little bit of a light flow rate from this particular faucet. And we're going to see if we can improve that by investigating a little bit. Whenever you're asked to do plumbing, electrical, other things, you want to rule out the very basic things. In medicine, it's always, don't try to make a zebra when it's just a horse. Well, that's what we're going to look at here, is to see whether or not it's something simple. And what we're going to look for is some sort of mineral buildup, something that has gotten into the top end of the valve up here. We could be shutting off valves down underneath the sink, but let's start up here. And the valve, where the area that sometimes gets clogged is this area right along here. Some faucets, that just unscrews very easily. In this particular faucet, we're going to unscrew it from back here and see if there's a clog. Something is in that water line that's causing the water to be obstructed a little bit and not getting an amount of water through here that we would like. Let's try to take this apart and see if we can find out if there is something in here. This particular model unscrews from right here. We'll see if we find something in there. As the valve is shut off, we won't have any flow. You might get a little water come out just at back pressure, but generally you won't get anything there. And what we're looking here is to see if we get some sort of a buildup of some chemical, mineral, or something in here that's clogged this thing up a little bit. In here, there's nothing in that part. In this, let's see if we find anything that's in there. There is something in here. It's difficult to see, but I'm going to pop it out with this screwdriver. Oh, there's first we got an O-ring. Uh-oh. That little piece right there was clogging up the flow of water down into this valve. And now that we found that there was a little material in here, we found this little blue, it's almost a piece of cloth. We found that inside lodged into here, and it may have been enough to cause the water flow to be affected a little bit. So let's put it back together and see what we find. There was an O-ring that came out. That's right in there. What's wonderful is they've come up with a lot of nylon fittings, things that are self-sealing. You don't have to use all the Teflon tapes and things like that in many of these fixtures anymore. They're able to just be kind of tightened up by hand almost, and you won't have a leak. Let's see if we've increased the flow rate a little bit. And we have. There's a lot more volume here. But remember, if you've gotten a new valve in your home recently and you had an older home, they've changed a lot of the flow rates for these valves to try to save our resources, to try to save water. So you'll find that many times you'll have lower pressure than you're used to. You can get into some of these valves and remove different screens and meshes in there, but we've really increased the flow rate on this particular valve, and I hope you appreciated this House Fix with Rick.
Don't know what to buy or where to get help? Check out our RICK-amendations below.